Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the RockyMounts MonoRail Bike Rack on the back of our 2023 Nissan Murano. Now this will be a great option for you if you're looking at carrying a variety of different types of bikes and you want to go out riding with someone. So let's take a closer look at it. We're going to have two main points of contact. That first one is going to be this rear strap on our back tire. That second one is going to be this front ratcheting hook on our front tire. Now, since we're not making any frame contact, this is going to be a great option for you if you are looking at hauling those alternative or carbon frame bikes. We're also going to have a 60-pound weight capacity, so that's going to let us put up a lot of heavy e-bikes on here. If you ever need to access your hatch, you have that ability too. If we come to the bottom of this, you'll notice we have this blue lever, and what I do like about this rack is all the touch points are going to be coated in blue, so it makes it really easy to use. All you have to do is pull that lever, let it fall back towards you. Just be careful when you do tilt it back, not to bump your head. And then now we can open up our hatch. And that's going to be great if you need to go grocery shopping when your bike's still on here, or if you need to get ready for your ride, maybe grab your helmet, tie your shoes, or do anything else like that. But once you've grabbed everything you need, you can shut your hatch and put this back into the seated position. And the way we do that is just by lifting up on the rack. Now this might be a little bit heavy if you have your heavy e-bikes on here, so keep that in mind. If we want to take a closer look at it, we're going to have to take off our bike. And to do that, we're going to come over here to the strap, press that blue button, and push it up. And then behind our tire, so it's out of the way. And then we're going to come to the front. And what I recommend doing is grabbing hold of your frame so it doesn't fall over, pressing this blue button and pushing up, and then away. And now all you have to do is lift up on the bike, take it off, and then you can take it for a ride. Now we can take a closer look at those cradles. And if you notice, there's a couple things to them. That first thing I'm going to point out is there's a couple divots in them. And those divots allow you to accommodate different wheel sizes from your skinny tire all the way up to your fat tire, 5 inches. And this also has the ability to rotate to accommodate a wider range of wheelbases. And then on that front cradle, not only do we have those divots, but we also have this supporting back cradle. That's just to provide more support for your front tire. But when you're not using it, you can push it back down. And don't forget to push your ratcheting hooks down so they're not sticking out when you're driving. We're also going to come with a bike cable lock just to make sure no one can take your bikes off. Now let's get some measurements. So if we get how far it sticks out from the back of your car, being from your back bumper to the back of the carrier, that's going to be about 31 inches. So that's not too bad. It's something definitely to think about if you're in a tight spot like a parking spot or garage. As for our ground clearance, I'm going to go from the ground to this blue handle. That's going to be about 18 inches, which isn't too bad. Something more to think about when you're lifting your bikes on here, because that might be a little bit of a heavy lift if you do have those heavy e-bikes. But if you want to save space, we can fold this up. So you're just going to pull that blue lever, the same one you used to tilt it away, and push up this time. And now when I get my measurement from our back bumper to the back of the carrier, that's just going to be about 12 inches. So that's going to save you a lot of space. As for how it's going to sit back here, it's going to block a few things. So it'll block a little bit of your license plates, but not much of it. The same thing is going to go for your backup camera. You'll still be able to use it though. As for your taillights and back window, those won't be obstructed. Now for how it installs into our car, if we take a closer look at it, we're going to have this 2-inch shank. That's going to go into your 2-inch hitch receiver. Then we're going to have this 3/4 inch anti-rattle bolt that goes through and connects to this locking core on the other side. That locking core is going to use the same key system as your included bike cable lock. Overall, I think this is going to be a great system for you if you are looking at hauling a variety of different types of bikes at a value option. Now, if you want something more of a premium option, I'd recommend the NV Kuat 2.0 base bike rack. It's going to perform very similar to this. The only difference is it's going to have a lot of premium features that are built in, and it's going to be a lot easier to use. But if you don't need those premium features, then I think this is going to do you just fine. If you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at the RockyMounts MonoRail Bike Rack on the back of our 2023 Nissan Murano.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action, and this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.